Hey, it's Pete. In today's video, I'm going to show you the exact market scenario where I have absolutely lost the most money in my career as a trader, how I finally avoided it, and what you can do to position yourself to see your account go like this every single month. It's a pretty exciting video. We're actually going to take you behind the scenes into a recent coaching call where I walked everybody through it step by step and how to spot it, how to avoid it, and what to do instead. Enjoy the video. I'm bringing this up at the beginning of the call today because I have a lot of people that I know that are friends that have and are trading full time. And it's very easy to take for granted to recognize the market conditions and then adjust your trading accordingly. And as I've been telling everybody all week, earlier in my trading career, especially when I was trading for somebody else in my early days, that this kind of price action where we're sitting at all-time highs, but basically chopping back and forth, were by far my biggest losing days of the year. Not even a question. Especially when you have massive buying power, you can trade much more because you have that buying power. And if you're not aware of it, you kind of feel like, well, I'm a professional trader. I have to be trading, and not recognizing the fact that we keep going above and below the open price for the entire day, specifically in the SPY here, not having that frame of reference like we have these days now, based on, I finally learned after burning my hand on the stove, a few times. I just want to say that obviously I don't know how much everybody in the community is trading, but from what I see in the community, I think that everybody should be very proud of themselves for recognizing the conditions and not over trading in the choppier market that we're in right now. And if you happen to not have been on the audio broadcast yesterday morning, I was mentioning that there's nothing worse for a trader, and more so a professional trader. And when I'm saying professional trader, I'm talking about you're paying your bills from your trading. You've quit your job. You don't have a safety net. Your safety net is right here, reading the tape, reading the order flow, and paying the bills. And the reason I keep bringing this up is because I know, obviously, especially from our calls recently on the end of year reflection, a lot of people want to trade full time. A lot of people want to be full-time active traders and have that freedom that kind of financial security gives you. But the story I mentioned yesterday, which was a part of my inexperience when I first started trading, all too often you can have a really good month of trading. Let's just say you're up $20,000, $25,000 during the month, and you head into the last couple of days of the month, and you get this kind of price action, and you're not quick enough to recognize it, and you continue to trade aggressively, buying breakouts that fail, shorting breakdowns that don't follow through, and you just kind of feel like you're buying tops, selling bottoms. The market doesn't go anywhere. And what I'm about to say is not exaggerating, so I just want to be clear about that. You could be up $25,000 for the month and then give back 3/4 of that in 2 days because you didn't pay attention. So I think that despite the fact that there have not been the same type of opportunities that we are accustomed to while the market's trending or at or near all-time highs and whatnot, I think it's an incredibly valuable lesson, since we're all reflecting on 2021 and how we want to improve towards that goal of having that freedom that trading gives. I want you to learn from my experience in the times where I threw money away because I didn't know any better, because the market was open and I had a massive amount of buying power. So when I tell you that the worst feeling in the world is to be up 25 grand 2 days heading into the end of the month and then give back most of it just simply because you don't have a frame of reference for when the market is good versus when it's tough. We spent a lot of time on the end of year coaching lessons on using stop losses, don't buy bottoms. Those are obvious ones. And hopefully everybody's learning from those lessons, especially those of you that are sitting and losing trades right now that you didn't get out of 6 weeks ago. But this is a hidden killer. If you watch the order flow program that's a part of the boot camp, we have something, and I know Stephen Williams references it a lot, and Elihu references it a lot, where we have the PCOT in there. And we're kind of in a PCOT right now. And the way I word it in the class is where I talk about a potential change of trend equals where money goes to die. And that's not an exaggeration. Okay. If we don't recognize what we now call, Dustin Watson actually asked for the language last week, what does it mean when a stock is the right price? It basically means when a stock goes into a box. And we could probably use CPE as the best example, where, and I'll pull it up. I want to pull it up over here on the daily chart. Actually, it's over here. So you could actually, we'll zoom it out. I want to show it to everybody. So this is essentially what we're talking about, where a stock has an obvious trend, whether it's to the upside or the downside, breaks the trend over here, and you establish the break of the trend, and you already have the previous low in this case. It's when that stock goes into that box. And I know Brian Carr has really ratcheted up his trading in a really, really big way, working the charts like we're explaining here. Recognizing when a stock is in the box, recognizing when a stock is in a potential change of trend, going out of your way to work the charts and being patient to let it come out of that can save you a small fortune. And as you hear me talking about over and over and over again, that learning how to not lose money is learning the edge, and learning how to not lose money are two of the first skills to learn, simply because if you don't learn the edge and you don't learn how to not lose money, what's going to end up happening is you're going to keep refunding your account, or you're going to end up being one of those traders that says trading doesn't work, that strategy doesn't work, that guy's a knucklehead, that girl doesn't know what she's talking about, when it's not the fact that trading doesn't work. We as a community have proved it over and over and over again that when the market's obvious, we make money. There's not even a question. With the way we look at the market, how we set things up in multiple time frames, it is not hard to make money when it's obvious. And I am super compliant. I don't say anything that I wouldn't want repeated, but I will say that again. It is not hard to make money when it's obvious with the way we look at things. It's these scenarios when a stock goes into a box that you need to spot it, you need to act accordingly, you need to be patient, and your trading account will be very, very happy that you did. And more importantly, you'll be working towards that goal that we all have of that financial freedom. So when we see stuff not doing anything for a while, there's literally nothing to do there. And I made a comment to yesterday, I forgot what the stock was. I apologize, but somebody had mentioned something yesterday in a stock that was going down, and it was not only was it going down, but it wasn't doing anything at all. It was kind of like melting down and going sideways, and kind of just like drifting. And the comment that I had said was, I understand what you're talking about, but that can't be the best trade you see right now. And I was saying it in a shocking way, where I was not placating somebody who was looking for a simple answer to validate what they were looking at, as much as I want you to think at a deeper level and ask yourself, is this the best idea I can find right now? And even just simply asking that question will make you think deeper about what you're looking at before you risk money. And I'm bringing this up for, obviously for multiple reasons, because I'm having like money PTSD here, remembering how much money I lost and ending the day saying, what in the world was I looking at to have lost $5,000 today and the market didn't move? I remember vividly trading the XLF very aggressively, where I had 10, 15, 20,000 shares of the XLF, and looking to start building positions, but it was stuck like this for a period of time. And I kept thinking to myself, well, I'm going to get it before it breaks out. I'm going to get the best entry in the world. And the only thing I got was more gray hair. So as much as we talk about the obvious stuff about using stops and sticking to them, and if you get stopped out, look to get back in if you still like the idea. We talk about not buying stocks on the way down. And if you determine that you have a potential sign of a reversal where it does break down and reverse and head back up, and it looks like it's the first sign to the upside, that if it's the start of a new move, that means it should be the starter position size. Those are the obvious ones. Those are the obvious ones. This is, I'm telling you, and I'll put this up here again because this is from my own trading journal. I'm giving you stuff from my own personal trading journal. Potential change of trend and not recognizing when that is the right price or the stock is stuck in a box, not recognizing that is the silent killer of your trading account. And there's not even a different way to put it, because you don't realize it at the end of the month. You're like, I don't understand. I had so many good trades this month. Why didn't I get paid? What part of trading am I not understanding? And that, my friends, right there, that's the secret that is hidden. Not many people talk about, but it can destroy your account. And just as importantly, it can destroy your confidence in your ability to be a trader who makes money on a consistent basis. So I'm bringing this up because I'm number one, I'm very proud of our community for not overtrading and recognizing and discussing the types of price action that we've had, which has forced us into spending a lot more time. Again, every adversity contains the seed of a greater benefit. It has now forced us into diving a lot deeper as a community into discussions around sector rotation and industry group analysis to find ideas and go deeper into our game planning, because the bigger picture for the last couple of days hasn't been push up and pause, push up and pause. As a matter of fact, it's kind of been the opposite. We're a bunch of melted candles stuck in a $2 box. So I want to bring this up because we're heading into the end of the year. We're heading into a time where we do a lot of reflecting on what we want to accomplish next year, and going forward. I mean, obviously, best case scenario, you're doing that every week, not only the last week of every year. But I wanted to give you something hard to think about, something specific to think about, and how to integrate it into your daily game planning process and your trading activity level. To tell you from my experience, this is where I lost the most money by a mile. Not picking tops, not picking bottoms, because we talked about the other day how I was proud of myself that I was picking tops and I didn't lose any money. That's garbage. Okay, so I didn't lose any money. I should have been long. Okay, I'm done with that, right? So you stop doing that. It's this where you end the month saying, oh, I made a great trade in 3M. I made a great trade in Microsoft. I made a great trade in Nike. How in the world am I not profitable? And that's why.